Hello, my name is Michael, and I am the Dungeon Master as well as editor of Bystanders, the podcast you are currently listening to. I just want to give a huge shout-out, as always, to both Gwinn and Shady Cicada for allowing us to use their wonderful, wonderful music for this little project of ours. So thank you so much to them, and if you guys want to go check them out, that would be spectacular, but very talented. Also, we have a public Discord server. If you would like to join that, you are more than welcome to. The link should be down in the comment. You can hang out with us, come by, talk about what your favorite part was, anything you want to do JoJo related, D&D related, or anything like that. And with all of that out of the way, we can start the episode.
I didn't even think about Llyoyd's skin color because it's never actually seen.
What is Llyoyd's skin color?
Yes. I guess
Sick.
we won't
He has them all.
He's actually a vibrant, beautiful rainbow underneath.
know. Too bad
After
I
all
fucking
these years,
died
finally I
to
have
see
them
it.
all.
You can expose himself at night.
Oh.
Hi, welcome back to Bystanders.
Oh, he can expose himself at night. Speaking of which, Damian is currently relaxing on the beach, nips out.
I'm fishing with my.
Oh, right. I was going to roll to see how that.
Thanks for putting it that way.
Oh, right. Wait, before we get into that, Donovan Halen has stabbed his umbrella in the ground, put his fedora on top of it, and just kind of sitting in the sand as well.
Okay, Steve is back.
He is sitting next to Damian just because he doesn't want to be alone.
Damian's snoring loudly, of course.
Yeah, he's not planning on sleeping.
So, you get a nibble.
A nibble?
A nibble.
Well, I'm gonna.
Like he's getting nibbled?
No, like you feel something
Wait.
hit your stomach.
He
feel
turns to his
something.
right. Damian's just like on his arm, taking a nibble of his arm.
Oh, like
Clack?
So because I casted white, I'm going to have all the chains surround and wrap it.
Go ahead and make a grapple check.
Does it come out of
And
you?
you'll have advantage.
Okay. All right. And I can use my precision. Well, good thing I had advantage. So that's 13 plus 18.
18?
18.
Yeah, that beats a 4.
Oh.
I would say so.
Huh.
You pull it up, it's a bass about this long.
Yeah.
Oh! By proxy, can I use my stand to jerky it?
No,
What does that
I
mean?
mean, you can take the liquid out of it, but you're not going to get any nourishment. It's not mammalian blood.
Oh. That's unfortunate. I still turn it to jerky.
How do you just turn it to jerky?
You can suck the blood out of things. So.
I guess that makes sense, yeah.
You could, like, cook it and smoke it after that. Like, I don't know. It'd be... Roll for jerky.
Roll for jerky.
That would be intelligence to see if you can properly make jerky.
That has a roll for Go-Gurt kind of feel.
Roll for
Oh, cool!
We've been listening to Taz
The
recently.
Adventure Zone, and one of the characters is fun.
I see.
What do you roll?
Do I get proficiency?
No.
Okay, 8.
Fish jerky as a concept is very interesting. You imagine it's probably made in the same way as beef jerky. You were dead wrong. This is some of the most rancid, disgusting, like, just... Oh, God.
I smell something delicious!
It's like a powder. You've just taken all the moisture out of it. Like, it's just... Ugh.
What in God's name is that smell?
It's like a powdery, like, gross, just... Ugh. Just this big old fish just sitting on the beach. It's dead. It's definitely dead, by the way, if you didn't figure that out already.
What? Draining all the moisture out of it would kill it?
Yeah, it turns out.
I assume the sun is setting by now?
Oh, yeah, the sun's gone down a while ago.
Considering I flashed it into the air.
Oh, that's right. I don't know if I've ever said this, but Donovan
Home run.
Donovan Halen's eyes are very purple.
Oh, third base.
And they just kind of like, and
You get a point of inspiration.
Thank you.
and they sparkle in the moonlight. Just because I can say that.
Damian's asleep. He's snoring very loudly.
Fish jerky is disgusting. It's the grossest goddamn thing you've ever seen.
You could use it...
I'm gonna keep it.
You could use it as a smelling salt.
Is that part of the sensory overload chamber?
You can add 1 dried fish to your inventory.
Gladly.
Oh, good. Good. This is good. Good.
Hi,
stuff.
welcome all of you. Do I smell fish? Okay, so night comes around. You're out there chilling. Do you want to go like underwater, explore around some in the lake? you don't have to breathe, so it's not a huge issue for you.
I mean, yeah,
I
but
don't know why I found that funny. You don't
what
have to
mammals
breathe.
live
Now he
in
can't breathe.
lakes?
Fish.
Fish aren't mammals.
Fish are mammals.
There's not really any.
Nothing really in the Great Lakes. You might be able to see some cool wildlife, maybe some stuff that people have dropped
How?
on their boats. What?
Why would there be
How?
a cow in the lake?
Water cow.
I said how?
Lake
How can
cow.
I see
Lake
some
cow.
cool wildlife?
The lake cow.
If you throw Damian in
You're
there,
right.
if you throw Damian in there, there's a cow in the lake.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. How do you see some cool wildlife?
What does
That's the
that
question.
mean?
You well, you can hear effectively
Damian-
underwater.
Damian is heifer.
Yeah, vampire sons. You can hear underwater. Sound travels well underwater, like not super well, but it's effective enough that you.
How
can,
how audible is Damian snoring?
Very.
It's you'd have to get a ways away from the beach to use your echolocation.
The
but-
water is like.
Actually, if I can like
Interference.
muffle.
Yeah, Damian, the snoring causes little waves that crash into the waves from the lake and cancel each other out. So it looks
Actually-
like it's always at low tide.
You know what? Actually, if I can muffle
Damian is
the
an
sound of
astrological
Damian
force.
snoring, I just duck my head into the water.
I like to think that's your stand whisper
Okay, yeah.
pretty much. You gravitate outwards.
His stand whisper is his
Snoring.
snore's capability to
Because-
slightly manipulate the tides.
No.
Whatever can
Do
stand.
you believe in gravity?
Whatever can stand getting close enough to Damian to ambush
You're
us
like
while he's
F-Man.
snoring like this is bold enough to scare Llyoyd.
Fair enough.
Donovan is like impressed that this is an actual human being, and he's kind of concerned that he isn't, and he doesn't know what
I
he
assume
is.
you have a watch as well to keep an eye on time.
How?
The moon.
It's a watch?
Underwater?
He's blind.
Oh, that's
he's
true.
He's
He
blind,
is
Michael.
blind.
Yeah, he's
He
also
is
blind.
This is a fact.
A sound watch.
You could have.
There are watches that use braille.
Yeah,
There
you
are
can
watches
have-
that also
yeah,
take-
yeah, something like that. You
don't
can have a
know.
watch
They're
where like,
sick
you
as
hit the
hell.
button and it like
You should
it
look it
gives
up.
you like the tone or like
I'll
it
look
says
that
what
up.
time it is.
I'm actually genuinely interested in that.
Braille
He was
watch.
born in the 20th century.
He can adapt.
Can he improvise, adapt, and can he overcome? That's the real
Alright, it feels like we're screwing around.
No, we would never.
No.
But the point is, you look around and you see
Stand
that it's a
by
pretty
on the
sheer
Bystanders.
drop. It gets to about 20 feet down below.
It go down.
It do go down. You see a couple of. You use your echolocation and make a perception roll with disadvantage.
Robert goes
Oh,
down.
that actually is really cool.
Anyway.
Yeah,
It don't go down.
You do go down.
That's unfortunate because the first one was 15.
Okay, what was the second one?
20.
Oh.
But it's disadvantaged.
Robert, it goes
No,
down.
I mean, what's the. Oh, so you just a 15?
No. The second one was a natural 20. I'm just looking at the raw roll, which is unfortunate. 16 is my roll.
16. Okay, yeah, so you're able to
There's one Twizzler
discern
on the
like
table.
some things.
A true man.
It seems like something was dropped down there. You don't know what. It doesn't seem to be a really big object. You can swim down and grab it pretty easily.
Can I use my stand to bring it up to me?
Oh yeah, you can do that if you want. Actually, go ahead.
Alright, cool.
You don't
I'm
even have to roll for that.
I'm gonna bring it up to me so I'm not getting entirely soaked.
It's a coffin that says Dio on it.
Uh-oh.
That's awkward.
No.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom 1 second.
Good.
I hate your call.
Roll for Dio.
Dio. Oh god. Yeah, you pull it up and it's a very old rusty rod.
5. I rolled for Dio.
nearby.
It's a really old rusty rod.
It's about the size and weight of like a decent baseball bat, but it's rusty. So I'd say it has the stats of a metal baseball bat, but it's rusted as hell, and it would probably snap on the first hit.
Alright, what do you pull up?
Cool.
Like
I've got
a kind of a big metal rod. It's around as effective as a baseball bat, but if you were to use it, it would break because
Alright.
of how rusty it is. Salt water's not doing great.
rod, all caps.
Rod, all.
Listen, you may have the hog, but I got the rod. I'm gonna turn off the fan.
Oh, sorry, I don't know why I turned that on.
I'm going to use. I'm holding it like a baseball bat, but with my stand, it just rushes someone.
God.
So, what are you trying to find in the water here?
A
Are you
whale,
I'm just
probably.
following him, honestly.
Okay.
Some kind of animal. Anyway, you guys are
chilling out.
I initially dunked my head in the water to avoid you
guys
snoring.
I mean, 6 p.m. passed a while ago. Like, there's no one there. You guys are fine.
Oh yeah.
My
No,
hood is still very much
Damian is
over my-
asleep.
Yeah. You're fishing around. You find a couple extra fish. Pretty small. Nothing the size of that catfish you reeled in earlier.
You said bass.
You
Sorry,
guys,
yes, back
are
to
you
the
guys gonna
I didn't drop
chill
the
out
base,
here?
though.
Because I might go back to my apartment to see if I can find. Oh right. I
I'm
forgot.
also straight snoozing right now.
Are you at the beach too?
No,
No, he's
at
at his house.
Yeah,
All right.
I was snoozing. Yes.
Damian, Llyoyd.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. You're underwater.
This isn't.
I undunk my head.
Oh yeah, he came out.
I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna head back to my apartment real quick to see if the letter is there for me.
All right.
Just letting you know, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Figure it's the dead of night. I'm probably safe.
Yeah, you're in the dead of night. You could have your construct. You can. Yeah, you are perfectly fine.
Yeah.
A
It'll,
walking house.
It'll take you probably like an hour to get there.
Damian?
Just using the alleyways and
Yeah.
all that in a safe way. But you get there and you do find the identical letter. You open it and it says the exact same thing on it.
This guy owns a printer.
Wow.
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 Another.
So incredibly observant.
You know, out of curiosity,
Is your perception score a +10? That would be crazy. What's up?
out of curiosity, I kind of want to wait until he comes back and have Llyoyd look in his letterbox just to see if there's Braille on it.
Oh my god.
Imagine if there is. What would be funnier?
No, it'd be funnier if they just sent the same letter to Llyoyd, not knowing that he can't read it.
You can, once Donovan gets back, you can go back to where you live and go grab it.
Yes.
Yeah, you can,
I come back at this point. Takes me
Okay.
about another hour.
yeah, you can go back and forth in an hour. You come back and it is the same letter.
While
yes.
he's going there, I'm gonna roll
Paper.
an Arcana check on the letter.
Go ahead.
Just to see if there's any Stanliness going about. And I'm gonna roll a, let's see, that's Arcana, what's that?
That is intelligence based.
That's intelligence based. That's
Sorry, I had a
that-
list pulled up.
That is an 18.
18. As far as you can tell, it appears to be a normal letter.
Puts it back in the letter. Donovan Haven's hair kind of like whoosh, covers the snore.
All right,
How
Donovan, you
effective
gonna get
is
some
my-
sleep?
Yeah, I imagine, you know how when you put your head against a bus window?
Mm-hmm.
I imagine that's how it feels whenever you're in close proximity to his snoring.
Nice.
Oh.
The vibration.
Llyoyd,
Oh.
do you wanna?
Yes, I will get some shut-eye.
I will say this now. Do you want to like read a book or something?
You
And
can
I say this now because I'd imagine you have like a braille book on hand or just something to do.
You could make construct earbud, like earplugs.
I think I will do that.
They don't work if you fall unconscious. It's just to help get him to sleep.
Oh,
Yeah, just to shut out Damian snoring for long enough for you to fall asleep.
yeah, back
Do you want to
to
go in the shack to sleep?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna check out the shack.
Damian's
Okay,
falling
you
out.
I'll do
open-
that in the morning, I'm tired.
Okay,
Llyoyd's going to disassemble and polish his pistol.
sounds good. So you have like a rag set out on the beach. You have some oil. You're
Wait a
just-
minute.
Yeah, you don't want to get sand in that.
Real quick, you said the name of
Well, I'm
the
going
ship
to
was the
this at
Escape,
the
right?
shack.
Yes, that is a reference to the Rupert Holmes song "Escape." It
Oh.
has a picture of a pina
I
colada.
thought it was a reference to the Pina Colada song, Come With Me and Escape.
That is the song.
Oh.
Donovan?
I forgot the name of the song, I thought it was just the Pina Colada song.
That's
Nope, it was the Escape.
yeah, I'm going to do this at the shack so that there's a...
I mean, you can do it on the beach. You have a large enough rag that you can lay it out, and you don't really have a risk of putting sand in it. You're precise
What's
enough
in the
that you can
shack?
do it. Do you want to check it?
The nut
yes.
Do you
shack.
want to check that in the dead of night alone?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Hi, I
Okay,
know.
Okay,
that's an awful
You
idea.
could wake Damian up.
I'm just
That's not
snoozing.
a
How?
good idea.
I'm snoozing.
I couldn't get close enough. I feel like
Stuff
you're
a rag in his mouth.
No, I like walk close, you snort,
So,
you blown
how
back.
exactly are you approaching the shack?
I'm walking towards it. I do have my gun on me.
Okay.
I figured a gun would be better than a sword in this scenario.
Okay.
I guess
I
you can
assume
check for
you're
Llyoyd if
going
something
to
goes wrong.
touch the doorknob.
No, I'm gonna have Back in Black face through the door to look around.
Okay. You look in the door. You look through, and there's not a lot of light. But it doesn't seem like anything is in there. It just seems like a very, very small one-room shack. There might be a little bit of fishing equipment around, but nothing super interesting.
All right, Back in Black's gonna look around for a little light switch, maybe like one of those hanging from the ceiling like chain lights.
It doesn't look like this has any electricity or anything.
It just appears to be like a very, very small shack-like building. Like maybe someone used to sleep here, but there's no like electricity or plumbing.
Owns a printer but no light. Who is this guy?
The best kept part of the entire house is the sign that displays the address. 1000 Hemingway Way is in like shining letters, but like it's like immaculately kept, but no other part of the house is.
I'm just gonna roll an Arcana check on the house as a whole to see if this is a stand or
What
something.
exactly are you looking for?
I'm mostly looking for to see if like enhancement type stand sort of deal or like the sign.
You'll have to do different checks for each one.
All right, that is true. I do want to give myself disadvantage because I have no idea what all the different types of stands are. All I know is I have a floaty man, and
I would say you get advantage if you're taking like a lot of time to do it. This isn't like the heat of combat.
Oh, then
or, like,
yeah,
a time-sensitive
okay.
Thing.
So I'm
just roll neutral for both of them.
Yeah. All right. Advantage, you said yes.
Well,
No,
it's
it's
advantage,
neutral.
but you're giving yourself disadvantage, so just neutral rolls for both of them. So what's your first roll?
3.
3. You are convinced the house is a stand. I want you to roll again for the sign.
Oh, I'm gonna roll that again. That's adding Arcana, so that's a 17.
You are convinced that the sign is not a stand. It is just a regular sign.
Cool. Now we have a paranoid range type.
Great.
So,
Alright,
do you
back-
want to use Back in Black to try to attack it, or are you going to try to go back to your allies for support?
Donovan Halen's gonna back away slowly from the house.
Okay.
He's very suspicious of it.
Okay. You hear a rustling in the bushes nearby.
I snap to attention.
You snap to attention. Do you want to shoot it?
No.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Perception. That's a 9.
An adorable little.
Wait, no,
crab-
that's
oh.
11.
Okay.
Actually.
An adorable little crab goes out of the bush and just kind of sidesteps into the ocean. That was the ruffling in the bush.
Crab rave. Oh,
most
no.
likely.
My standard, Crabberave.
That'd be a great stand. I have a stand named Noise.
Stand
One of you hasn't
are
used
gone.
Megalovania yet.
No.
All right. So do you want to wake
I
your
refuse.
allies because you are convinced that the house is a stand?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to
Not
Damian. Damian. I'm just gonna like push it on. Damian.
Shotgun.
If you stop his breathing, that'll probably wake him up.
Yeah. Just stuff a construct rag in his mouth.
Just like plug his nose.
fish.
Yeah.
No, we'll say
Back him like makes it like a little construct handkerchief and just shoves it in his mouth.
What the hell?
Damian, the house is a stand.
The house is a stand?
Yes, I'm convinced.
Damien, do you want to run for
What are you guys on about?
Damien runs towards the house,
Llyoyd, the house
and
is a stand.
punches the wall with his stand.
Yeah!
The house is a stand?
The house is a stand. I'm
You hit it,
thoroughly
roll
convinced
damage.
I trust my judgment.
Wait. That would be 14 stands bludgeoning
Actually,
damage.
wait. You can use feat of power. You
Yeah.
collapse the
Yeah.
house.
What does feet of power do?
Doesn't it
power
like destroy something?
Yeah, it just makes you have like
So,
immense strength.
since
You
I was
can-
able to use feet of power, it's not a stand.
Well, you can use it against objects mainly. So like
Right.
throwing
So if it's
stuff.
like a physical manifested stand, like
Oh
strength.
god, like an enhancement. Oh god.
I really don't think that's the case, but Damien's just gonna blindly trust Donovan.
I will say it did collapse. The only thing standing now is a sign.
Like, it's just floating? Or was there a sign off to the
No,
side?
it was like stuck in the ground, like right next to it.
Donovan.
The sign,
Okay.
the sign,
I think I took it out.
the sign is not a stand, by the way. That's...
Okay.
Donovan?
I think
Excellent work. Let's go back.
I think we're safe.
We're safe. Good jerk. All right. Crisis averted.
Judge-
I'm so good at my
Oh,
job.
you've done it.
by
You've done it,
that
guys.
loud crashing sound that I just heard. That probably wasn't a stand.
I feel like Michael was not anticipating this.
Anyway.
Roll 3 on the Arcana check. What was I gonna do? All right.
And then you looked up Damien and just told him it was a stand, so he comes and flattens it.
No, I'm not blaming you. That was
You
incredible.
can't blame
but-
Damien.
I'm not blaming anyone. That was hilarious.
All right. Crisis averted. Excellent work, Damian.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Okay.
I make
Me too.
I make a little pillow out. I make a little pillow out of the scraps
Michael.
of wood, and I go to sleep.
You know that picture of that, you know the picture of those two, like, dogs laughing in the one in, like, the middle?
Yeah, that's how I feel right now. You're right.
That's Lloyd's the one in the middle.
No. It's you got Damien is the one of them that's laughing. You got Donovan one's laughing, and then the house is the one looking.
So the house is a dog. We got it. All right, so Donovan's gonna
killed it.
All right, we're safe.
Donovan's gonna make a little bit of a pillow out of the wood, and he's gonna sleep on that.
Damian's going to fall over and immediately start snoring again.
All right. Well, good night, fellas. Crisis averted.
He's
Excellent work.
convinced that was a dream anyway.
You guys live in a different spot. He's like, cool.
Huh, what happened to the house?
Lloyd's gonna aim his gun at the general direction of Damian.
He's asleep.
He's already.
All right, so I think that's a long rest now.
Yeah, you can take a long rest, heal your stuff.
Cool.
God,
I
imagine
gained
Yeah,
taking
you actually took. You did take damage. You took 2 damage in his house.
Oh right.
Budgeting.
I forgot about that. Right.
That was a couple days ago. We just didn't count that as a long rest.
Oh yeah, that's my bad. Should have done that.
Should have called Atkins.
All right, we're good.
Should call you an ambulance.
You guys shoot me?
And, no. I'll shoot myself.
Right.
Anyway.
Well, is it morning?
Yeah, you bet.
Damian is still snoring very loudly.
I cannot believe I slept through that. Oh good. House
Lloyd
Stan's
is
still dead.
very
Good
much
job.
clutching his hood.
Yeah, Llyoyd is all armored
How
up.
much awake Damian up?
Donovan kind of like nudges him with his foot.
It's been long enough. He wakes up pretty quick. Ugh.
I'm gonna go.
What happened? I had a dream he found a house stand. Hey, what happened to the house?
Damn, that's. Donovan's gonna go. Damn, that's crazy. I'm gonna go get Stevie.
Steve, you wake up, and it's a wonderful, wonderful Saturday morning.
Pick
You get up,
cousin.
and
I can't believe I have to drive all the way to work on a Saturday.
All the way to work.
You wake up
That was a whole
early to watch your Saturday morning cartoons.
I'm 16.
Yes.
Okay.
I assume.
Fuck yeah,
I'm
I
not
watch
gonna
Saturday morning cartoons now.
Cartoons.
Yeah, cartoons.
I watch that in the morning.
Do you want to sleep in? What are you thinking? You are 16. Oh, that's a bad choice. I would like that,
Yeah.
please. Give me the bad choice balloon.
I want the bad choice balloon. No, frick you.
What were you? There's like 2 inches of soda in there. What do you think it was gonna explode?
It could have been a stand.
True.
Just like the house. It's like everything. It's
Wait, Damian.
it's like-
use speed of power on this bad boy. Yeah, good hit.
Yeah, good.
All right. We're on
good.
the podcast, fellas. Okay.
Yeah, Steve is going to sleep in because he's a teenager and there was a stressful day before, so yeah.
Steve, you have
You
I've
had a
got-
stressful day. I had a stressful night.
I know.
Steve, your father gave you the talk recently.
Yeah.
And you have a laptop, don't you? You've
Yeah. Roll for
Roll for porn.
you've discovered some videos online,
Dude,
and
this is hell.
you looked it up and you were like
that.
you looked it up and you were like, oh, and you were just not in the emotional state to handle that.
Roll for porn.
I cannot remember
No.
the mood.
Not in the mood. Not feeling it.
Awesome.
You've discovered furries.
Roll for
That's a
make
crit.
it- make
That's a
it
crit
free.
fail.
Oh god.
The end.
You have discovered bleach.
Act 1 creaks a little.
Okay, but Steve has an interesting dream about a very scary woman chasing him with a pair of pliers down a short hallway.
Sounds good.
It
Sounds
got
like someone we
oddly
know.
sexual.
It was oddly sexual.
Yes. Yes.
Uh-oh.
It is. All right.
All right.
So I assume you.
Mr. Halen, I mean Donovan is gonna clonk on the door.
Hey Donovan.
Good morning, Stevie.
Hey folks, I'm gonna go out and hang out with Donovan again.
What? Oh, okay. Bye.
So,
Sick. I
There-
guess
there-
we'll just go back to the
yeah,
place.
there was
with the
a
thing.
house
Hello,
stand. We
nerd.
killed it. Don't worry.
Oh,
fine.
good. Okay. Well, that's.
There was no way it wasn't a house. I mean, would I be wrong? Ever?
There was no way it wasn't a house.
There was no way it wasn't a house.
That sounds right. Okay.
I really.
Oh, I will say as well. Your mom usually wakes up early, but it seems like today she's sleeping in.
Good to know.
Okay. So
Parent
yeah.
stand, bottom text.
that
Oh
doesn't
my
strike you as
If
odd.
you do anything to their parents, I'm gonna cry. Just so you know.
Okay. All right. Donovan. You guys, Donovan and Steve, you guys are back on the beach.
Yeah.
It is like 10 a.m.
What do we do?
You guys don't have to be here for like 8 hours.
Yeah, we don't really have anything else to do. But
I
it's
assume-
not safe to be in public.
Would
You guys wanna play
like to go
gun
to a
tag?
private spot, like maybe like.
Gun time sounds great.
Stevie.
Hi.
I haven't watched TV since 2007. Can we go to your house?
You know what? Sure.
I would like to point out, you have probably showered because you don't need a shower. You don't produce a body odor.
I could also
that-
just like.
Damian hasn't showered.
No, I know you haven't showered. Because you two showered because you were, back at your house. And I assume when you grabbed the letter, you also just freshened it up.
Probably. I have a shower, probably.
That makes sense. You probably got to change your clothes,
Yeah.
Just like-
which is, by the way, the exact same.
Yeah, it's
BO is nature's cologne.
They have an identical line of outfits, but for some reason they seem a little
black and yellow,
different.
yellow and black.
Fucking
Am I feeling back and black or black and back today?
black and back today.
Black and back.
We're gonna stay at my house and watch, I guess, Saturday morning cartoons because he hasn't watched much TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am enthralled.
So
Damian will examine the rubble of the house, curious as to how it fell over.
make an investigation roll.
Okay.
You guys have? What do you guys have? You guys have ramen? You might have any ramen? Or
I can go look in the pantry.
I mean, by that I mean that's the only food I know.
I will
that
say,
can
if you
afford.
guys are staying at the house, Stevie's dad is like up and about. He's cooking, and he doesn't
Did
usually
you
do
see
that.
that?
So,
I crit failed that investigation check, just so you know.
you are convinced that it was a completely unrelated stand battle that just somehow took place during the night when you were asleep.
Damn it! Did I miss a fight again?
Damn, that's,
He kicks the rubble in frustration.
damn, that's crazy.
Damian, you don't have to break the house.
Flick it away. Like
Yes,
hundreds
he
of
kicks
meters
it
in the
with
air.
his feet.
You
with
know-
his stand's foot. And launches a pebble 200 feet in the
Yeah,
air.
like there's like a big chunk of the roof that
In
just goes
fact, not
flying.
only does he use Feet of Power, he also uses his ability to make it weightless, so it just goes out of the
guys-
it escapes the Earth's gravity.
You guys know in the Croods,
Yeah.
whenever the dad kicks the log away after releasing Guy?
No.
No, god damn it. Why am I making Croods reference on a Spotify
I've seen the
podcast?
crowd. I've seen the crowds.
The crowds.
Counting Croods.
Speaking of the crowds, that is what is on for your Saturday morning.
Beautiful.
cartoons, so.
Okay. Awesome.
Donovan Halen is like he's just amazed
Engrossed,
by all the
yes.
He
colors.
just launched a piece of a piece of rubble into the stratosphere.
It's gone.
Damian,
It's-
you have
it's
to break
sharing
the
the
house
same
any
fate
more
as
than you
cars.
did last night.
What do you mean?
Cars just floating, gets hit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't remember
Cars just gets hit in the face of the roof.
But I will say,
flicking
Steve,
the house down.
Your dad is cooking
What are you talking
breakfast, and he
about?
doesn't usually cook. And your mom comes out of the dining room. Her hair is like kind of in disarray. She's looking kind of tired.
Morning,
She gets some
morning,
coffee.
Janice.
Hey, folks. How's it going? We didn't end up going out. We're just.
It seems like she's kind of like
You seen the screw
she's seeming
stuff?
like a little sickly.
You
For
okay,
some
Mom?
reason. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just a little tired.
Okay.
Might have stayed up late last night or something. She like takes the cup of coffee and blanket. What are you kids watching?
You heard of this Crude stuff, Aunt Janice? This TV?
The Cruels?
The Crudes.
Doesn't
This
sound like a very pleasant show.
it's a movie and it's great so far. Like seeing this emotional.
She
certainly
sits down and watches it with you and becomes thoroughly invested. Her condition doesn't really improve or worsen. She just seems a little sickly through the entire day, but she seems okay. She's still functioning.
Cool.
Is the,
And-
is the Crude just on
Dad's
repeat?
making breakfast? Or,
Yeah, he's actually a pretty decent cook. He makes some eggs and bacon, a little bit of bell pepper in there. He doesn't know to put salt in it, so it's very bland.
Donovan still cries as he eats it. This is the greatest thing I've ever eaten in my life.
That's all that Donovan Halen eats.
Yeah.
Is just salt, because that's all he can afford.
No, you're more like ramen and like power bars.
Which is all
So
salty.
salt.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is.
Steve's accustomed to it.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. And yeah, this is just normal breakfast around here.
I need a moment.
Okay.
Steve has a sodium deficiency, by the way, because of the food at his house.
Sounds about right.
It's like a low.
It's too spicy.
He gets the school lunch, and that fixes him right up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he always perk right up after eating the school lunch.
Anyway.
God, incredible. But yeah, you guys spend a lot of the day just hanging out, and I assume that you call each other just to check in and make sure that you guys are doing okay.
Sure.
Let me
Ooh,
roll.
page each other.
Yeah.
Let me show you this. And I take you to our basement and boot up the PlayStation. Here you go.
Oh.
This is called God of War.
God of War.
Have fun.
Donovan Han has no idea what the frick he's doing. He's running into wall, but he's having a great
Wait a minute.
time.
No. I wouldn't be allowed to play God of War. Wait.
Yeah. Oh.
No way.
You
Garfield
would be
Kart.
playing-
No.
Roblox.
Yes. No.
Garfield Kart.
Take a point of inspiration. That was incredible.
What did you say?
Garfield Kart. Donovan Halen is really, really bad, but he looks like he's having the time of his
He's
life.
having a blast.
He has never played a video game besides Tamagotchi, which, by the way, he paused the game.
He's playing Garfield Kart and he hits John with a pie and he says, "I'm sorry, John." Yeah.
Oh, 1 second. I gotta feed my Tamagotchi.
Time passes to about 5 p.m. So if you guys should head out.
Let's head out.
Well, actually,
We're gonna head out
it's about 4:30, so you guys head out.
We're gonna head out for a bit. Bye, folks. Okay.
Damian's
you guys-
looking for bugs in the Rebel.
What are you two gonna be doing?
Just hanging out with friends.
Chilling out with some
chilling
friends.
downtown. I'm really learning to get out and enjoy the downtown area. You know, there's a lot of stuff you can do there. So
Just don't do any crimes.
not in our
Crime.
plans. Thank you.
Also,
Crime.
Yes.
Crime. Imagine doing crime. Donovan Halen sweats profusely.
He didn't say anything. Anyway.
Yeah,
Crime
so
is
you
bad.
guys head out. You get down to the coastline, and around 5:58 p.m., you see a ship starting to pull into the little dock. It is, in fact, the white ship that is in the description, and it is a progress moment. Thank you, Hayden.
There she is! That's the escape! What a beaut!
Alright.
He
Wow.
comes closer, and
Seen it before, but never got up this close.
you see the escape, and it
How do you know about
very.
Sorry.
We hear
It
family.
very gracefully comes up to the dock. You see a rope get flung off, and someone jumps down and ties it. You can't really see them from this distance. It's still kind of dark, but you're looking at them from.
What time of year is it?
I think it was fall-ish.
I'm in school, so it's not like summer.
Yeah, it's like really early spring. I think we said
Early.
really early
Okay.
spring.
Okay, fine.
Like March.
I'll pass it being dark at 6.
it's
Actually, wait, it's not dark. It's like dusk.
It's,
Right.
it's
You
winter
can, no,
with
you
extra
can actually
steps.
you can make them out pretty well. They are. Let me hold on. Stand user could be anywhere.
Okay.
Let me get them out. Okay. It's a. You can't tell if it's a man or a woman, but they have black hair going down and forming like a bunch of like spikes. It seems at the back.
gosh.
It's all slicked back. A big coat with a bunch of reflective rectangles on it. A big kind of overcoat, and they have a ringleader's hat in one hand.
Damian confidently walks up to them when he sees them come down. Hello there! Wait.
Stop. Step back right now. And she
Yeah.
pulls out what appears to be a baseball-sized ball from one of her pockets.
Damian is incredulous, but he steps back. Okay.
Gyro.
What's your name?
Damian Drake.
Show me your stand.
He summons OK Go.
Okay.
Go.
Who are these other?
Donovan Halen tips fedora.
Okay, show me your stand.
Back in Black does this typical like rise out of the shadows,
Your eye.
and of course it makes this typical backward swing effect noise. You're like, and hovers like the exact same pose that Donovan Halen is in.
I don't know if you have a stand or not. If you do, show me.
I pull out Master of Puppets and just like leans back into it.
Oh, that's cool.
You have a stand now. Show me it.
Who are you?
All will be answered in due time. I can kill you right now.
You know what? I'll pass. And
Yeah.
superstition just like rolls around my head.
Okay. She pulls out the hat, puts the ball back in her pocket, and fixes the hat on her. My name is Sterling. I'm here because my, let's say, boss, Dr. A, wanted me to bring you all here onto this boat so that we could have a conversation. It's not really safe here in the harbor, so we're going to get on the boat and get out to the middle of the lake before we talk.
Ah, international waters. This seems safe. I trust it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do we know we can trust you? How do we know you aren't just some random person?
She's the first
You
stranger
don't.
we've met in the past 3 days.
I was going to say, he says as though Damian said anything along those lines.
Yeah.
Quite the opposite, actually.
Stevie, this is the first stranger we've met in the past 3 days that has not tried to kill us. I think it's not a bad idea to trust him.
I can tell you
Damian,
now.
entirely honest. Steve, so
I
this
mean,
is
she seems
sarcasm.
willing.
But she hasn't. She's restrained herself. I hope. My dead. That'd suck. Anyway, let's get on the boat.
I can assure you, statistically, you're not dead.
Well, I can assure this
Let's
is the
step
most
up.
kindness we've received in the past week, so...
Fair enough.
I trust it. Let's get on the boat.
You are fascinating. I know very little about you. Can I see your face?
No.
She pulls out the ball. Can I see your face?
That's not a good idea, Miss.
Yeah,
Sterling.
Just ask
even
the
we
same
haven't
question
seen this
twice.
I've pulled out a weapon. Can this thing see?
actually.
No.
No.
It's a he.
And not as far as we know.
What's your deal? You have a stand, right?
Yeah.
You've shown it to me.
Correct.
No.
Through my shadow.
Mm.
That's why I leaned into it.
Okay. You're getting on the boat first. The rest of you can go in whatever order. I'll bring up the rear and...
Okay. He's second.
Steve follows right behind Damian.
I guess Donovan comes on last, then adjusting his fedora.
Yeah, so you all hop on the boat. Little to no issue. She jumps down to the harbor, unties it, grabs the rope, climbs back up, jumps onto the boat, pulls it, and makes a gesture. There's a loud honking sound, and the boat turns around and it drives just off into the middle of the lake.
Okay.
I'd like to say it's a pretty big boat. Like, it's like a luxury yacht. Like, it's pretty long. There's definitely some under rooms. Like, this is definitely some sort of, like, bougie yacht.
Given that their movement isn't restricted, Damian is going to explore and look around. Damn, this is nice.
Wait. Please stay on deck, at least for
Damn
the next few minutes.
Donovan Halen has never been on a boat before, and he reaches out his hand, back in black, goes all the way down into the water, and since I have attached senses, he's gonna, like, rift his hand through the water, like how they do in some movies, and he's just gonna bring it back up. He's gonna be like, interesting.
Steve is just gonna enjoy the view of the
That's
city.
familiar.
It is very pretty. You see, like, the city in the distance, and as you get out further, the clouds become less and less, and you can see more and more of the stars as there's less light pollution out here, so you can just see this beautiful, beautiful starlight, and the moon is, like, almost full, not quite, so you can see, like, just this beautiful crystalline lake just reflecting the stars back up. It's an incredible sight.
Damian walks up behind Steve and sets a hand on his shoulder, looking out. The world is beautiful, isn't it, son?
Now that it is dark, you can see that Donovan
it is.
Donovan Halen's
Thanks,
outfit
Damian.
is
You're
once
welcome,
again
bud.
slightly more purple, ever so slightly.
A slightly more deep purple, you say.
All right, we're done.
Okay, that's it.
No.
Okay, so Sterling is up. She is just kind of sitting back, leaning against the railing. She thinks to herself, and she's like, she walks over, goes in one of the doors, comes back out with a cooler, just sets it down. She also brings a stool with her, sits it down and sits on it. Make yourselves comfortable. We're going to be here for probably like an hour.
Okay.
So it's openly nighttime now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful full moon, but it is definitely night.
Wait, so what is your name again?
Sterling.
Do you have a stand?
No.
Well,
Can I roll an inside check?
Go ahead.
is Damian within earshot of this conversation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys are all next to
That's
it.
an 18.
That's bullshit. You can see our stands.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Well, doesn't mean I have one.
Yes, it does.
Not necessarily.
I actually know the reason. Technically, he is right.
Oh, okay.
That was out of character, but
Well, Damian wouldn't know this
is-
exception.
So you're saying
I want you to summon your stand, and I'll describe it for you word for word.
I believe that you saw it.
Okay.
I don't believe that you don't have one, is what I'm saying. I don't really care.
Donovan Halen.
I'm just saying I think you're lying.
Donovan Halen still doesn't quite know all the rules for stands since he just found out that he had one. Well, he knew that he was there, but didn't know what it was called. So he's just kind of like, okay, fine. I guess
Steve
that's
is
new.
pretty equally clueless, but he's still curious.
Llyoyd doesn't know the rules about seeing.
Okay, fair enough, I suppose. Yeah, she just kind of sits there and just, she's got a fucking, she got a fucking beer. She's just drinking it, chilling on the
Or you're
boat
gonna say beard.
on a stool.
got a
She
fucking
brought out a
beard.
stool. She is sitting on the one stool on the boat. So
Damian
okay.
crosses his arms and looks at her for a moment.
Donovan.
I don't suppose we could have a beer?
Donovan makes
that's
his
why I
own
brought the
stool.
cooler out.
Yeah, free drinks. All right.
Donovan makes his
Go.
own stool back and by, like, floofs up his, like, trench coat, pulls out like a little bit of stool, which Donovan then sits on.
And I will say, there is an entire cooler full of drinks, so anything you
What
guys
kind of
want.
drinks?
Damian chugs his beer.
Mainly alcoholic, but there are a couple other drinks.
Please
There's
If you say LaCroix, I will cry.
I was gonna say there are a few Sprite. There's a couple of Cokes. There is a diet tonic water as well.
Steve, he's
What?
not being supervised. He'll be risky and take a Sprite.
There are also alcoholic beverages. There's there's beer. There's an ale in there.
You might get a Shirley Temple.
Hard lemonade, stuff like that.
No.
There is some cherry flavoring.
Back in Black just grabs the Sprite for Donovan Halen and tosses it back to him.
Sterling just
Damian burps loudly, having chugged half his beer.
Sterling sits there and just kind of watches the horizon, and every once in a while checking on all y'all going back. Nothing really super impressive happens. You guys just kind of travel along.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty chill. After a while, the boat's engines start to die down, and the ripples in the water kind of lessen as... The ripples in the water kind of lessen as the boat grinds to kind of a very slow halt, and you can hear as the anchor is lowered down to keep the ship in place. So now it's just kind of bobbing there. She stands up, brushes herself off, tosses the beer into the lake, the beer bottle into the lake, grabs the cooler, grabs a stool, and walks over to the door, kicking it open.
Can I roll to have... Nah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know about recycling. He doesn't know that's a thing.
Okay, Damian looks angry at the beer being tossed in the lake, dives in the water, grabs it, and climbs back onto the boat. No littering!
Oh, my.
He crushes the can and eats it.
It's a beer bottle. A bottle. Do you still want to do it?
Stutter?
Okay, he just puts it back.
You can make OK Go just...
Tink, tink, tink.
He makes it weightless so it just floats in the air on the boat.
I feel like that's okay.
Okay, yeah, you can do that, and it's just kind of like...
It's slowly rotating.
Damien
But
is
it's
now
like
soaking
slowly
wet.
gaining speed because... Well, no, it would be gaining speed because
There's still friction.
yeah, friction's still a thing.
Yeah.
But it's just
It just
floating there.
sends another thing into the stratosphere.
You could.
Yeah, okay. Boonk.
I feel like that's also
Space littering is
Yeah.
more acceptable. I do that often.
The idea that you
No one will notice.
you're just like, man, my MP3 player's broke. Bink, gotta go get a new one.
He just flicks it up into the stratosphere.
On the you're like on the ISS. You just see a bunch of shotgun shells floating around in orbit. What the hell?
The astronauts of the ISS are constantly blaming each other, thinking they're the ones throwing the beer bottles out the airlock. Why else would there be beer bottles in the orbit?
Who put them here?
Who is the throwing them out the airlock? Come on.
What? How?
Why does it happen to be on the same orbit as the ISS every time?
Is that a trophy?
Point of inspiration.
I gotta go pee now. Oh my god.
Donovan, you win D&D.
We're taking take you too. Just breathe, everyone. That was good. I haven't laughed that hard for a while.
Oh no, Damian.
Space littering.
I'd like to imagine that he also sends objects up, and some of them get attached and stick to cars. Because that's gravity. Yes. It's like sometimes he's like, bink. What the fuck was that? Oh, it's not a fucking beer bottle.
His car just floating peacefully a piece of roof just hits him in the fucking face when he was spinning.
The trophy hits him in the head.
46 bludgeoning.
That's what allows him to think again.
Uh-oh.
Done.
Car's back.
You press the cars button.
All of Planet Cars comes to Earth.
Planet Cars. Anyway, yeah. So Sterling has the stool
Oh right, we're playing D&D.
and the cooler, and she set the fans on.
That's
No,
the
that's
the toilet.
Oh, well, we're fine.
She sets down the stool and the cooler both inside, and she...
Damian still trusts Sterling, especially because of the free beer, but he's a little upset with her for littering in the ocean.
Donovan
She's not seem to care.
Donovan now thinks boats are pretty cool.
Cool.
Roll a con save. Roll a con save.
Uh-oh.
You've never been on a boat before.
That's a 9.
He's gonna make you seasick.
Your tummy's a little rumbly.
I now think boats are less cool.
You're a little rumbly, but like you're okay.
All right, let's.
You had a Sprite and it settled down.
Is that
Ginger ale
Yeah,
helps.
sometimes that just happens on boats.
Llyoyd doesn't appreciate being able to use his sense of feeling more often than usual. Both tend to be hollow. So you can feel the...
Okay.
Fair enough.
Oh, if you want to do that, you can roll a perception check to see if you can see any.
Well, I mean, just like
feeling
as a
vibrations.
general thing, you know? You can't
Oh,
really...
because you can't. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
You can't control your senses.
That's fair.
So you said Sterling got up and like was gathering stuff. Where's she going?
She just opened one of the doors that leads down below. She just set down
Should we
the
follow her?
stool. She's gesturing for you
Okay.
guys.
Okay, Damian stomps over.
Yeah,
Stomps over.
Donovan Halen
Llyoyd generally follows Damian as he can get a clear path.
Oh, boy.
Keeping tradition up, Donovan Halen takes the rear.
Okay, sounds good. You boys walk downstairs into underneath the cabin. It's a pretty sizable room considering that it's part of a boat. You figured this was probably like a very rich person's yacht. It's about the size of, I'd say, this room. There's a table in the middle, like kind of like a poker table. It's got that green felt on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bar over here in this area.
Ooh, we playing poker?
Actually, speaking of, you see two very familiar faces and two not familiar faces. You see a black man with a nice white beard and just completely bald, standing up and pacing back and forth, wearing a full like surgeon's equipment. And you also see a woman wearing a shirt that says "The Feisty Falcon" and a belt put over it, so she's wearing like a tunic with one big ponytail comes in. It's a little braid at the end, kind of like how Jorno's is, and she's got the little hair spikes that all the Danganronpa protagonists have.
And who are the two familiar faces?
The two familiar faces, both sitting at the table. You have Abel Avedon, who is handcuffed to the table, and Kara Weezer, who is sitting at the table.
Damian cracks his knuckles. Hey, what's up, guys?
I see.
Abel immediately starts to stand up, and the girl with the belt pulls something out and press it against the back of her head, and he
Donovan Halen.
he puts one hand up and the other hand's handcuffed to the chair. He kind of sits back down. Weezer just does not take his gaze off of you. I would like to point out Abel is covered in scratches. He's got a little dent in his forehead. He's got some bandages around. Weezer has bandages covering the big spot in his torso that you chunked at him with a shotgun.
Yeah.
And
I'm surprised he's still alive.
yeah,
We left him alive.
They're not looking great, but they're alive. And Weezer is sitting there. Holding a glass of wine in his hand, looking completely
The
amused.
Stand, Weezer.
No, sorry. Carl is sitting there with a glass of wine in his hand, looking completely amused, and Abel Avedon is just looking like he's ready to tear into...
Good to see y'all are still kicking.
Carl, I mean...
It's been a while since I've had a good meal.
Hey, Donovan,
Now!
Donovan just kind of puts his fedora over his
You're not killing them.
Not cool.
I never said anything about killing, but I need to feed to survive.
Is that
leave them
considered
alone.
cannibalism? I feel like it is.
It absolutely is.
Yeah, no. Bad.
It's cannibalism if you're human.
I'm sorry. The man in the surgeon's equipment turns around. He's extremely old. You didn't quite see him. He wasn't exactly in the light. But when he comes in the light, you can see that he's incredibly old. He's got this stretched skin. He's got kind of a hunched back. He's definitely used to be a taller, more burly man, but now he's kind of hunched over and a little scrawnier than he used to be. He's about 90 years old.
And this is the man with the white beard?
What's your deal?
What do you mean?
You're not with them, right? I guess Mr. Abel and Weak Carl. Why are they here? Is what I'm asking.
Okay, I will explain. I'm Dr. A.
Oh!
I reached out to contact all of you.
Yeah, good to see you.
You're the guy who owns the
Your
printer.
completely non-conspicuous letter arrived at my hotel yesterday.
You're the guy who owns the printer.
You actually see a printer in that corner.
Donovan Hims is like one of these.
You also see a red marker where he probably wrote the "I know what you did" text on the envelopes.
Yeah.
But he's
So that's you.
he's standing there, and you said that he had a printer, and he's like, yes, I do own a printer. Anyway, I've called you all here for a very specific reason. So, as you can see from my getup, I'm a physician. I practice medicine. Well, I wouldn't say it's medicine. My patients are usually already dead. I work at a
mortician.
Yes, I'm a mortician.
Okay.
I
had a friend in college who was a mortician. I went to college for a month.
Thank you, Damian. Sorry.
You are quite a character.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Regardless,
College, huh?
I could see that you all are stand users, and I have a stand of my own. He puts out his hand, and you see this this just skeletal figure, just hooded robe, like it looks to be carrying a scythe. And it's weird because you try to focus on it and you can't see it. It's like it's shimmering, but if you look away and just look at it out of the corner of your eye, you can see it clearly. But if you try to focus your vision on it, it doesn't work.
That's metal as hell.
Optical illusion.
This is my stand, the Unforgiven. If I should take a step back. I can use this stand to touch a dead person and see all of their experiences for the past hour.
Oh.
A group in Crystal City who could
Neat.
do that?
Don't like killing people, but neat.
I don't think.
I'm curious.
He's not doing the
Mr.
killing.
A.
But
I mean, as a mortician, I am incredibly helpful to the police. I have helped solve many more murders than is necessary.
Right.
makes sense.
Guess good thing we didn't kill Abel and.
Alright.
You're welcome.
Say, Mr. A, I've got
Damien didn't want to kill him.
Dr. A.
What?
Dr.
Damien
my,
didn't want to kill him either.
Okay, fair enough.
I
I remember
bet you
I was the
move
one
my
who was like,
glove.
hey, let's not do that. But
Yeah, me too.
I don't want to touch your hand.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
say that you see experiences of dead people, right?
I'll use my stand. The Unforgiven, like, the hand shivers as kind of this unstable energy crackles towards you, and it feels like a little bit of electricity runs through you real quick,
Uh-oh.
and his eyes immediately, like, flash with, like, lightning going across them, and then he takes a step back. What are you?
We've been asking the same question. We don't quite know either.
Most people would consider me a vampire.
Oh! Oh, shit!
you didn't really use that term with us, but
Yeah,
thanks for
yeah.
getting it out.
Not a fan!
Cool.
You don't
Okay,
believe
ghost-
me, do you?
Okay,
No, I
ghosts and
believe
vampires
you.
are real now. Okay.
I believe you. You're fascinating. But that's not the point.
It's fascination. That's
Listen.
not how the song goes.
I have gathered a small elite force because I believe that this city is in incredible danger.
We've created a small elite team.
Elite task force.
Dude, are we the Power Rangers?
Yeah, you're the Power Ranger.
Yeah! I want to be Rainbow Ranger!
Rainbow Ranger?
I want to be the pink one.
He's the Pride Ranger.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Proud
He is a
Boys.
himbo after all.
But
No, he's not. He's smart.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Anyway.
I'm sorry, that was...
That was also out of character, by the way.
Yeah, we cut that. Cut that out.
No, that's
No.
staying in.
Oh, no.
Power Rangers need to stay in.
Power Ranger just stayed in. Anyways,
Okay,
We're not the bystanders.
Small elite
we're
team.
playing
Doctor-
Doctor. Keep going.
Dr. A looks at the points to the other two stand users.
Being Abel and Carl.
Abel and Carl.
We are
You
familiar
two
with
have-
those two.
Mm-hmm. I know. So,
He very nervously waves toward them.
I think it was you who shot and killed one of the guards.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering, that's how I was able to find you all. I could recognize your
Oh,
faces, your voices, and I was able to track you down using that. I have
why
access to...
why would you do that to Brett, man? He didn't deserve that. Yes, I remember his
He
name.
didn't.
Yes,
He
I
was in the
remember.
way.
I told you we shouldn't have killed anyone.
Yeah, as soon as you bring up his
You
name,
should have
Abel,
halfway.
like...
You do not get to participate in this.
As soon as you bring up, like, the guy
Didn't
that
kill
died...
anyone.
I know, but you weren't there for his killing.
I believe
Uh,
Dr. A is speaking to us.
Yeah, as soon as you bring up...
Sorry, my parents probably home. They'll do that for a hot
Go
second.
ahead, Doctor.
As soon as you mention the guard who was killed, Abel, like he jolts up, but
You see the lady has like something pressed against his head. You look closer and you see that she just has like a straight up Uzi like pressed up against the back of Abel's head.
Oh, I'm not a fan of that. Nice gun though.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Let's not press her, please.
She puts it back.
Like in a girl.
Sterling is leaning against the back of the wall, taking the ball and like throwing it up in the air and catching it, just kind of idly. Dr. A kind of settles back, grabs a stool, sits down.
So an elite team, right?
You all might want to sit down for this.
You say elite team.
Are there
Why am
chairs
I
in
here?
There are chairs. There's chairs all around the table.
Okay.
I'm going to sit down on my stand.
Damian sits down with his thighs spread apart about as wide as physically possible.
The ultimate man spreader.
The ultimate
Are you
man
gonna sit
spreader.
in between? You should sit in between Abel
Yes,
and
he's sitting between
Carl.
Abel and Carl.
Yeah.
No.
Carl like is eyeing you, but he doesn't seem like nearly as hostile. Abel looks like if he had the chance, he would kill you.
Damien gives a dumb smile to both of them.
Donovan.
What's up, guys?
Donovan sits.
Friendos, he puts his arm around them.
Donovan sits cross-legged, and just on a
Hello,
random
Damian. And then you have
Steve takes
and
a
then
seat.
Abel just kind of
He like trembles angrily.
yeah. He does not have the words to express his rage. He is physically incapable. Okay, so Dr. A sits down and Sterling turns the light down just a little bit for dramatic effects. She walks over and does that herself. Dr.
Quick
A's
question: you guys know any Swedish bitches?
Yeah, that would be helpful, actually. Do you happen to know any Swedish bitches? We're moving on. Anyway, go ahead, Dr. A.
That might be
Regardless,
annoying.
Well, this town is... Something's been going on in it. So I'm a mortician, and I see pretty much all of the dead bodies that come in here.
That's a very useful ability.
The death rate in this town has risen by over 300% in this last year alone.
Well, that's not good.
How many times am I going to plagiarize Michael by complete accident?
A lot of the cases I've seen are extreme mutilations. They often result in a closed casket funeral. They seem to typically have their organs ripped out, their teeth removed with a set of pliers, and
I might know about that. Sorry, go ahead.
a slashed up body that has been burned beyond recognition. Every time I touch one of these bodies to find out who did it, it seems like a different person is behind it. If it were some sort of murderer, I could easily track them down, but it seems like it's some sort of organization. And I don't know what's causing it. They all seem to be masked.
Not that it's much of a question, but from your,
Wait. Your mask is similar somehow.
This one.
The one you're wearing.
Well,
I've seen a lot of different masks worn, but some of them look a lot like that one.
I'm going to take off the stone mask.
Uh-oh.
We are inside.
Right. Yeah, none of us have seen your face. Though.
Yes, I want you to describe your face to us.
So
this
first,
is the time anyone's
first
seen
I'm
it.
going to warn anyone. My face is not pretty. I wasn't born with eyes per se.
Per se.
Wow! You're ugly as hell!
Sterling, like, kind of visibly is like, Dr. A is like, fascinating.
So-
and the girl with the Uzi seems, just uncaring. Like, she's just like, wow, interesting.
That already sounds in character.
Yeah.
So,
Donovan Hayden just kind of like, sorry.
where eyelids, normally are, it's, looks like they were, fused. If that makes sense.
Yummy.
No.
And
Cursed.
Very.
yummy eyelid.
through
Please.
lack of direct sunlight, my face is pale, but
easier.
still is very smooth due to my undead nature.
Well, Dr. A looks at it, and he's interested in you and your face, but he's actually more interested in the mask, and he goes over the details of it looking, and he says, some of the masks that I've seen have definitely been at least inspired by the same design. Where did you find this?
I found this while tomb raiding back in. I want to say 1890.
Okay. Well,
Pardon?
I didn't know you were that old. That's really old.
Yeah.
That's not even half.
You're old as hell too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't recommend getting any blood on it while swearing it.
Can I roll?
That's ominous.
Can I roll investigation? Because I think Donovan Haven's kind of.
yeah, if you're curious about it, you can.
All right, it's a 9.
Oh, I would like to say that Abel, like, visibly, like he goes, like, slightly more pale, and he, like, his breathing quickens, like, as soon as he sees your face. And, Carl is, like, kind of disgusted, but, like, he's trying to hide it. He's like, no, be polite, be polite.
Investigation.
I like Carl.
Investigation's wisdom, yes.
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Oh, it's yeah, that's still a 7.
It's a mask.
It's a mask.
Yeah.
It's made of stone.
Despite how much Carl beat the shit out of Damian, Damian actually does have a lot of respect for him.
Yeah.
Not so much Abel.
Abel's...
Would you like me to demonstrate as to why? Don't worry. As long as you're not wearing it, you should be fine.
I don't know if that's what's important now. We will have time to discuss the manners and workings of this mask, which I think would be fascinating.
Right.
But-
Llyoyd puts the mask back on.
So I hate to jump ahead a little bit, but why are they here again? And he gestures to the two next to him.
Well, these two were in charge of guarding a powerful artifact that you guys took.
What?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how... I don't know what the deal with this artifact is. I don't know why it's significant. All that I know is these two are also powerful stand users.
Yeah.
Right.
I wanted everyone that I knew that was a stand user to be here for this meeting.
This one's alright, but I don't know if we're gonna have this one working very well with
I
us.
think.
Yeah, Abel looks at you and he's like,
He doesn't seem very willing. I don't know if you can tell.
I have something to add here.
"You are incredibly intelligent, Mr. Drake."
Thanks.
Just as I have something to add. We do know who we somewhat know who hired us. We don't know anything about him. Do you know anyone who goes by an alias of Agent Clementine?
Agent Clementine. I've heard that name, but I'll have to check through my notes. And he pulls out a pretty, like, big book.
Oh, dear.
And as you look through it, you see, like, sketches of, like, hundreds of dead bodies and, like, the memories of the past hour, like, between them. Like, it looks like he's kept a codex
Oh my.
of, like, notes
That's
that he looks
ominous.
through. I mean, he's a mortician, like...
Right.
I mean, it fits his job description.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can make an insight check to see if this is sus.
I don't think it's.
I don't know,
He's a mortician.
He's
not
not
yeah,
about to
Damian's
call
not
and
really
he has
worried
an
about it.
alibi.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Or he claims he's a mortician. You don't know that for sure.
Damian's not worried about
I
it.
mean,
Steve doesn't know about that sort of stuff, so.
he wasn't there when the corpse was found.
Agent Clementine. No, I'll have to go through my entire codex. It'll be a few hours before I can get back to you on that.
Wait a minute. Agent Clementine wanted us to burn down the museum, right? Maybe he knows of your existence and knows of what your abilities.
Oh.
And if there's no evidence whatsoever, there's no way he could trace it back to any of us.
Yeah, he seemed pretty disappointed we didn't burn the museum down.
That's true.
No.
Then again, I wasn't directly hired by Agent Clementine, so I don't particularly care.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, we're trusting this guy pretty quick and just giving away a lot of stuff. But we did get paid for our job, so I guess it doesn't matter.
The issue of payment, you say?
Well, we were paid for this.
By Clementine.
By Clementine, and there was another man there.
I don't
He
care
disappeared pretty quickly.
what you did in the past. What I'm looking for, what I know, is that there are people in danger, innocent people, who are going to be killed in the ensuing conflict.
Yeah, I'm not cool with that.
Yeah, the death rate is over 300%, and it's steadily increasing.
And this is because of something we did?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I don't
we
think we
think
helped.
that you might have a connection somehow. But all that I want is your help with this. I have things that I can offer you.
Okay.
For every day of work that you do here, I will pay you $500 each. I will also take care of health insurance, as well as providing room and board for you.
Health insurance? I've never had that. Sounds great.
Dental is included. It's good to have a good appearance.
Room and board, you say, so is Does that mean
Appearance isn't much of it.
to work with you, we would need to stay here? Or...
Not necessarily. I do believe that it would be safer if you could stay in groups of 2 or more. But if you wish to stay with your families, I will not stop you.
Okay.
Room and board. Damien starts drooling at the idea of having a stable shelter and food.
Well, you can stay at
Yeah, I was about to say, I can stay with you.
You can stay at one of the safer
Very few things.
locations.
Okay.
I have very few things. I can easily stay with you.
Sounds good.
You can stay above the bar, which I believe you in particular, Mr.
Above the bar, you say?
Mr. 4-story entrance, I believe you will enjoy.
That sounds great!
So it appears you know of his exploits.
No, we
I
still
saw
don't know-
everything
yeah,
that guard saw an hour before his death.
We
Fair enough.
still don't quite know how he did that.
I don't even know how I did it.
Oh,
Pretty cool, huh?
We could say that for now. Yes, pool's definitely a word we could use.
Regardless, I will give you all of those benefits, and I don't know how long we will be working together.
Alright.
But I want to find whatever organization's doing this, whoever's doing this, and I want to put an end to it by any means necessary.
As long as you're not associated with that Swedish bitch, I trust you.
Yeah,
Swedish bitch.
We were attacked by someone the other day.
Did you get her name?
You know how you were talking...
Did you get her name? Sorry, I was trying to get.
You know how we were... you were speaking of someone using pliers to remove teeth?
Mm-hmm.
That might be... Do you remember what she looked like from your memories? Because...
No, they usually wear masks.
I see.
But I did see, at some point, a blonde woman.
I will say that Brenda also muttered under her breath while she was with you, that she was sent by someone with this assignment, so that goes to the organization thing.
That... I'm going to just relay that information because I didn't...
I did see a...
Yeah, she did mention that they.
Damien
seem
obviously wasn't
significantly
there, so I can't say
capable.
that. But
Thank you.
I did see a blonde woman, and I'm a stand user, so I can see this, but,
Could
It
you
was
see any
a-
sort of stand behind
it
that
was a
person?
dark black stand. It
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
handcuffs.
There you go. That's,
I
that's
am-
the one that attacked me.
Yep, that's the
Yeah,
one.
Donovan Halen also saw this too because she saw the stand. Like,
Yeah, he also.
Oh,
So there is a connection.
In fact, you're the only one who hasn't seen that stand.
In more than one
Get-
way, yes.
And that person was not okay with what they did because then they came after me. So obviously they don't have an endless amount of people. They have to be using some of the same people at least. This organization. Yeah.
All right. Well, regardless, I'm going to... I trust you all with a lot of this information, but before I trust you all with my life, I am going to have to vet you a little bit.
What do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
My associate, Sterling, would you like to explain, Sterling? And Sterling walks over, puts her ringleader hat on, and says, I lost my book.
Huh?
I lost my book. I would like you all to come with me to help find it.
What is
That
that?
book?
All right.
Okay.
It's-
As long as we're getting paid $500 a day for this, honestly, I don't care what we're doing.
Fair enough.
I'll do your laundry for that.
No, thank you. It's my great-grandfather's book, and it has very sensitive information in it. I would like to get my hands on it so that no one else can.
Oh, a new day.
Sorry, I might have said great-grandpa. I'm going to say great-uncle there. So,
All right.
but she essentially says, I would like some of you to go with me to the library, or to take someone with you to the library, and I want you to go find it for me. She gives you the physical description of the book. It's a tightly bound journal. It's completely green, and it has a large gold embroidered Z on the front of it.
So you're wanting all of us to go find that?
I don't think.
As long as some of you can find it, it's fine.
I'm done. I don't care.
Anyone who doesn't want to go get the book can stay here and just be interviewed the old-fashioned way.
Well,
Carl, visibly winces at that idea. He's like, interview. But Abel is still, frothing at you guys. So-
I'm not good
know.
at this whole
Anyone-
looking for object thing, so I think I'll just take the interview.
okay, I might go because I don't want to... No offense to all the other people in here, but I'm not particularly fond of hanging around those two individuals, Abel and Carl, so I'm going to go along with whoever's going to the library.
I'll stay.
Carl's alright. I respect the beef.
Yeah, Carl volunteers as well.
Wait, to go with us to the
Yeah.
library?
I mean, he's, tentative about it, but he's like, I'll go.
Are we
he
cool
didn't
with
seem
that?
to want the interview. I'm cool with it.
He does not want the interview. He is more afraid of the interview than he is of you guys.
But, do
Donovan-
we want him to be in our party? Because he seems kind of... sketch.
Listen.
But my
I mean, then again, so do we. But
Listen, here's the thing. I'd like to apologize for earlier. I was doing my job.
you were doing your job.
What are you referring
we
to
were
exactly?
100%.
I didn't want that specific artifact to get stolen. That's why I was hired by the museum.
fair enough.
I would apologize, but I'm a criminal. That's kind of like my whole shtick. But you were just doing your job, and I respect that.
I can't say anything for
I'd
him.
apologize
I also respect that.
I'd apologize for taking a bit of your blood, but
You're an
It's ki-
asshole, of course.
it's kind of a necessity for me.
I respect you, I suppose.
I respect you too.
We'll have to throw down at some point without my
Hell yeah!
You know
And
what? that would be
you show excitement and he shows excitement back.
I like
he's
this.
trying to hide it, but he's very clearly like, yeah, combat.
I would opt to stay behind, but I think my stand might be helpful in looking for stuff, range type and all.
Question for someone who doesn't remember things: did I ever actually meet Carl Weezer in the
Yes.
before? Okay,
Yeah.
I technically did.
You haven't seen Weezer, or you also haven't seen Blinding Lights.
Oh, because
No,
yeah.
wait, you saw Weezer.
I saw Weezer. I
Yes,
didn't
you
see
saw
Blinding
Weezer.
Lights.
You saw the effect. By the way, Mr. Carl, I am sorry for shooting you in the back twice, but you know.
A job's a
Fine.
job.
It happens.
Well, now that we're all
I've been hit with more bullets.
now that we're somewhat all on the right foot, what does this interview entail?
Well, it's going to be this is Dr. A speaking. Well, it's going to be a 12-hour session where I thoroughly vet you on everything you've ever done in your life, and if I don't like one of your answers, I will go back and we will review what you said for another hour, and we will find why you lied to me.
I'll bypass it all right now.
Damian's like eyes glaze over. He's like, I don't have a good enough memory for that. Fuck that.
Well, you did
let's
say
see.
you were interested in me.
Let's see.
and
I'm not.
my little artifact that I wear upon my face.
I will say out of game, Ty, he is sending you on a quest if you want to go on a quest with the rest of the party.
Yeah, it's just logistically
Do you really?
speaking,
His
with
life
boys
is pretty
really-
long. Do you really? Does he really want to explain everything he's done? His
Yeah, he
long
has been
life?
living for like
200
over 100
years.
years.
Yeah.
Would he want to sit down and listen to?
Nobody would.
Donovan Halen is gonna like. I'll vet myself for you. And I was born in 2001 to insert parent name here. Put it in post maybe. I'll figure it out later. In 2001 to blah blah blah.
Dr. A immediately starts taking detailed notes.
This is my cousin. I knew him for a little bit before my
Shit, he can't write fast enough. He has,
Damian
Unforgiven.
starts snoring despite being awake.
This seems unnecessary when we could. Okay.
before my
Sterling like leans against the wall and like just looks very exasperated. The girl with the Uzi just like starts rolling her eyes. The most you've ever seen anybody roll their eyes before.
Those of
we
us
got
who are
another
going,
Wahlberg
we could
here.
get going.
my dad, his mother drifted apart over time,
Oh, he's like taking.
and I
very detailed notes he's
became a pickpocket, and no one has caught me since. Nothing of interest has happened.
Mm.
I am a thief. I am a criminal. I will admit this. I'm not going to apologize.
Okay, well we'll have to talk a lot we'll have to talk about 12 hours about your life then. Or you can go on a mission.
No. Look. Just look up. Just look up pickpocket of the Stone and Gold District. I'm sure you will find my resume. Let's go.
You know, as much as I would
Plot devices.
love to tell you an autobiography about my life,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't. So I'm gonna go with them.
As long as the job gets done.
What did I just hear?
That was my dad. He does that. He's funny.
Incredible.
He's the funny man.
So, Weezer has volunteered, Carl has volunteered to go, but you guys essentially get to choose. You can either take Carl, who seems like pretty willing to do so, you can ask Sterling if she would like to go with, or you can ask
Oh, it's Uzi Girl who needs
Abel.
the book.
Not able.
Uzi Girl is also there.
I feel like if we
you
were
can
to
ask
take-
her as well if you'd like.
I thought Sterling was the one who wanted to go find the book.
Sterling wants to find the book. She doesn't care if you get it or if she gets it. She has no
I
preference.
feel like if we
Sterling,
took
do you want to
Abel,
come with us?
there'd
We
be a
could
husk
probably
by
use
the
your
end of
help.
it.
I mean, it is your book, so
Yeah, you'll know what it looks like. To be fair.
yeah.
Fine.
I'll go where my talents are needed.
All right.
So we have everyone but Abel.
Are we taking Uzi Girl as well?
I think she.
probably has to
Uzi Girl looks at you in the eyes and says, "No,
Okay, well, thank you for answering our question.
I remember.
no problem."
Damien waves a finger at her.
I
Unlike
Fuck
you,
you.
Uzi Girl's a robot.
Anyways, Uzi Girl has frightened me. Let's leave.
Uzi girl, do you have a name?
Damien stares
Nancy.
at her.
I was not expecting that name. Sorry.
Nancy.
That was
Nancy.
Tip.
You'll be in my dreams,
Steve.
Nancy.
Tips Fedora. Nancy.
I'll shoot your balls off if you say that one more time.
I would not enjoy that.
I think I might prefer calling you Uzi Girl instead.
All right. Before anyone gets shot, I think we
Yeah,
should probably
let's
get
take
out
our
of here.
leave. Oh boy.
Sterling is like.
What are you gonna do? Shoot me?
Rex did that.
I will say, I only want you guys to take one additional person with you. So I do want to say you will have to choose between either Carl or Sterling.
Oh, I'd rather have Carl.
Carl, 100%.
Let me.
I want to take Sterling.
You're outvoted, Steve.
I feel like if we...
What about you, Ty? What do you think?
well...
Let's
Weezer or Sterling?
So there were three choices. It was
Uzi Girl does not want to go. We
I
don't
know.
take Abel.
It was Abel, Sterling, and Carl.
Yeah, I feel like if we took Abel, he'd be a husk by the end of the trip.
Absolutely.
He would also want to kill us.
Well, I mean, I would husk him.
Oh!
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Forbidden battery.
I think you know why.
If we
you
take
wants to
Carl, he'd be a really good asset in case we get into combat, and he seems to be a perceptive type. But Sterling knows her book.
That, and she also seems... I mean, the impression I'm getting off her is that she's very capable as well. So...
She could also just describe the book to us.
She already
She
did.
did. She did, but in terms of like...
She shows us a picture, Damian.
Pulls out
Why do you want to bring...
a shadow etch.
Because I like Carl!
Carl's great.
It'll be
That's
fun!
I mean... Okay, we'll take Weezer.
I'm
Okay,
generally
sounds
alright
good.
with
Look,
the
it's either
conceptions
Sterling
of
or
it.
gay tension. What do you want?
I do like
Good
gay
point.
tension, and that's how we're gonna end the episode for this.
Wow.
Woo! Gay tension next week on Bystanders.